Do you have pets? Would you like to have a pet? Do you have maybe dogs? Would you prefer to have a dog or a cat? Why? Did you have pets when you were growing up? When you were a child, did you have any pets? Should kids be brought up with pets? Why? Why not? It depends. This is a very common topic, and we all have had experiences with pets. Maybe we love them, maybe we don't. We're going to learn today how to take this to the next level. We're going to see vocabulary that's going to allow you to talk about this topic with much more precision. You're going to repeat as you go, repeat the examples, and practice with me, okay? Adapt the sentence so they are true for you. The first one, I wanted to bring pictures to represent. Look at this. Grooming is not one thing only. Grooming means taking care of your dog's appearance. So grooming is important, right? So look at this. You see scissors, and then you see a brush, and then you cut their fur, but you also brush them. That's grooming, taking care of them. So grooming is very important. I take them to the vet to be groomed. I take them to the vet to be groomed. Or they never groom the dog and it ends up with its fur all tangled with huge dreadlocks. You could say this about my dogs. You think I'm judging someone? I'm opening up here. I never groom. The thing is, when I take them to the vet every couple months, they get groomed, of course, but they have kind of a long fur. So sometimes the fur gets tangled and they end up with huge dreadlocks that I cut. It does happen. So that's grooming. What about paw? É a pata. And paw print, é pegada, okay? So it was raining. I had just mopped the entire house. This happened 2 days ago. It was raining. I had just mopped the entire house, mop é passar pano. And the dogs left prints everywhere. Paw prints everywhere. Good? So prints. And the feeder. Take a look at this. What is a feeder? Probably a band too. But for dogs, you see? I got this feeder. I got Jimmy this special kind of slow feeder bowl. Good. That's good vocabulary. I got Jimmy a slow feeder bowl because he used to eat in seconds. Feeder. And the leash é a guia. So he goes out without a leash sometimes, depending on where we are. He goes without a leash. He's super obedient and sweet. So he goes without a leash sometimes. Or I hate it when dog owners walk their dogs without a leash. I know some people hate that. And I feel bad for them because I know that they can get scared, right? I know how sweet and obedient my dog is, but they don't. I get it. So nowadays that we are in a downtown area, only when we go to the dog park, or to a park. I hate it when dog owners walk their dogs without a leash, right? Every dog should be on a leash, or not every dog needs to be on a leash. What do you think? Fur. Well, there is fur everywhere in my house. Or I don't want to have dogs because of the fur. I don't want to handle I don't want to handle all the fur. That's why I have no dogs. É pelo por todo lado. Eu não quero ter que lidar com isso. I don't want to handle all the fur. Or maybe you bought your pet, maybe you adopted. I adopted him from an animal shelter. Abrigo, an animal shelter, right? Or I found her in an animal shelter. Good? They run. They run an animal shelter. Repeat out loud. Who runs an animal shelter? I have a friend who helps run an animal shelter in São Paulo. Habitat, okay? It's not their natural habitat. It's a wild animal. I don't think you should have, I don't know, lizards in your house. It's a wild animal. They're not domesticated. Domesticated is a good one, and it's here. Oh, wildlife. So I don't think you should have wild animals at home. Okay? Wildlife, wildlife is precious and it has to be protected. Wild animals, wildlife, right? So lizards are not domesticated. They shouldn't be in the city. They shouldn't be in the city. So repeat out loud. Lizards are not domesticated. They shouldn't be in the city, or they should be in the city. They can be domesticated. I don't know. Leave your opinion below. What do you think? Right? Species. In Brazil, there are thousands of species of bird species. Bird species. Bird, no S. In Brazil, there are thousands of bird species. Yeah? Conservation. We should all worry more about conservation issues. We don't talk enough about conservation, right? How can we use conservation in this context? A veterinarian, it's the job. The dog was adopted, okay? It was adopted, or she was adopted, or he was adopted. If you consider them, part of the family, it's common for you to refer to your pet as a he or a she. But if you're talking about a random animal you see on the street or on TV, we say it. Good? He or she, our pets, because they're part of the family. To rescue, I actually didn't find Phoebe in a shelter. I rescued her from the streets. I rescued her, right? I put her in. I rescued her. Now, breed. What breed is it? The animal. What breed is your dog? Do you guys remember the awkward situation I went through when I was going through the American security at the airport in New York? And the guy asked me what was the purpose of my visit. And then I said, I'm going to pet sit my friend's dog. What kind of dog? It's a mixed breed, I said. It's a mixed breed. And then he asked me, a mix of what breeds? A mix of what breeds? And then I panicked and I said, it's a typical caramello. I did that. I didn't say caramel or caramel. I said caramello. And then he said, what's a caramel? It was very embarrassing. But that was the question. A mix of what breed? I said, I don't know. It's a mutt. It's a mutt. Então, vira-lata, it's a mutt. It's a typical typical Brazilian street dog. You find it everywhere, okay? So breed, raça. Good. Some animals are nocturnal. Owls are nocturnal. Owls are nocturnal animals. And they are also endangered. Some owls are also endangered, em extinção. So this species is endangered, this animal is endangered, and we have the term endangered species. Okay? Espécies em extinção, endangered species, endangered. And we have aquarium and zoo, classic vocab. You take care of a pet, that's a very good expression, okay? To take care of. But before we talk about the expressions, take a look at these pictures here. Use language. Pause this video for a second. Tell me, what do you see in these photos? Name. What animal is this? What animals do you see? What are the people doing to the animals? What are the actions? What are the verbs? What are the objects in the background? Activate some language. What is this woman doing here? What do you see in the background? Look at these pictures. Jog your creativity, okay? And tell me, I want you to ask yourself and justify your choice out loud, and you can leave me in the comments as well. Dog or cat? Why? Adopt or buy? Why? In the house or outside only? Why? Travel with the dog or leave at a hotel? Why? I want you to think about this for a second. Activate some language. Give yourself the opportunity to express your thoughts out loud. That's what I'm inviting you to do right now. Pause the video, make your choice, justify it, leave it in the comments. Let me give you feedback. Okay? So you take care of a pet. Who takes care of your dog? You clean after a pet. Some people don't clean after their pets when they go to the park, and then you see poop everywhere, right? To clean after. So you got to clean after your pet, okay? To look after an animal. Look after is the same thing as take care of, synonym, right? To look after an animal, it's hard to look after them. It's a lot of work. You can keep an animal in captivity, right? Manter em cativeiro. They keep birds in captivity. They keep wild animals in captivity. I remember I'm from região oceânica in Niterói, and I remember in Camboinhas there was a guy who kept a lot of wild animals in captivity. And in the 90s, that was so common. And I remember going to a friend's house, and his dad did it. And I saw all those cages with a lot of birds and other animals. They lived in a huge house. That's something I remember this clearly. They kept a lot of animals in captivity. I had never seen, that many birds in my life. To breed in captivity, to breed, when you breed animals, this is good. Breed can be raça and breed can be criar. Sabe, ela cria border collie, she breeds border collies. She breeds whatever. É criar, when you do that for a living. So you breed the dog in captivity, okay? To breed. And take a look at this. To feed on, giraffes feed on leaves high in trees. My dogs feed on dog food. That's the only thing they eat. To take in, I took her in. I said earlier I made a mistake. I said put in, right? De botar para dentro de casa. I took her in. Essa é a expressão. Agora eu acho que eu... Tá gravando, a gente vai conseguir voltar e ver, né? So to adopt, to take the dog in. They took in a stray dog from the shelter. I took in a stray dog from the street. Okay. After hours, they let out the animals to roam in the exhibit. Roam. Oh.
Roam, roam.
In this context, it means to let them free. Okay. So after hours, they let out the animals to roam in the exhibit. That means that the animals are allowed to walk or wander around the exhibit area freely. That happens in some zoos, for example. Okay? You have more of an immersive experience. So that might be a new verb for you.
Roam, roam.
Great. So after hours, they let out the animals to roam in the exhibit. To let the dogs out. Don't let the dogs out because she's afraid of them. Okay? Or I'm not going to let the dogs out while you're here. Don't worry about it. Okay? So here we have a lot of vocabulary. I hope you've practiced a lot. You're speaking, you activated all this language, and I am going to see you in class.